Welcome back to another episode of the Gun Collective News. I'm John Patton, and you need to get ready because we have a lot of ground to cover this week. On the podcast this past week was the second VP of the NRA, Mark Vaughn. I know a lot of you guys are probably rolling your eyes and you're still rightfully pissed at the NRA, so I asked him a bunch of really tough questions to try and get answers for you guys. The link is in the description, so please go watch that and let me know what you think on that video. Now, the news. We'll kick things off with a couple surprises out of DC. President-elect Trump has been making a bunch of unexpected announcements on who he wants in his cabinet, and one of them is Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. And if you can get over the overly aggressive eyebrows and potential ethics violations, you'll be pleased to know that he introduced a bill to abolish the ATF. It was called the Abolish the ATF Act in January of last year. He has been nominated for U.S. Attorney General. We also saw Kash Patel be nominated for the head of the CIA, which is neat because I had him on the podcast not super long ago to talk about Trump. And beyond that, the one that is the wildest out of all of these to me is that our very own YouTube's own, GunTube's own, Brandon Herrera, the AK guy, is actually being considered for head of the ATF. What is this world? Will any of these guys actually be confirmed? Unknown. So far, it's off to an absolutely wild start. He's not even in office yet. This is crazy. In gun industry news, Magpole is suing 3 other magazine manufacturers for patent infringement. In 3 different suits around the country, Magpole is suing ETS, Amend 2, and Mission First Tactical. These all center around how these companies are designing their mags, and Magpole claims that they are in violation of several patents that Magpole has. They are seeking damages as well as remaining physical product that would be infringing to be destroyed by Magpole. And of course, these companies would have to stop selling that stuff as well. In all of these cases, the initial complaints from Magpole are demanding a jury as well. That's kind of semi-abnormal. I suppose we shall see how this shakes out whenever it comes to a head. If these other brands are found in violation, it could be devastating if they are not prepared for it. And you know how you can be more prepared? By getting some gear from this week's sponsor, Medical Gear Outfitters. Whether you're looking to get an IFAK for yourself like the Civilian Medical Trauma Kit, or maybe something a little bit more diverse to keep in your truck like the Overlander First Aid Kit, they've got you covered. They even have one called the Mom First Aid Kit that has everything you can think of for minor boo-boos all the way up to major trauma. These kits from Medical Gear Outfitters will help you stay prepared for anything, and to make it even more affordable than it already is, use the code TGC10 for 10% off at medicalgearoutfitters.com. Big thanks to Medical Gear Outfitters for sponsoring this week's video. How's about some new gun stuff? We'll start with a bit of a revamp. As it turns out, when Daniel Defense launched the H9 back in January of this year, it was not great. The one they sent me had a few issues. We did a review. You can go watch that if you want. It'll be linked below. And many others reported issues having to do primarily with either reliability or accuracy issues like keyholing at short distances. Like I said, it wasn't great. It wasn't great, not for them. Well, fast forward to now, and they've been rolling out an updated version of the gun. All of the guns being sent out from now on will have these fixes, and if you have one, you can hit them up to get yours fixed. They refer to these as upgrades. You can get it upgraded from them, which is just flat out marketing bullshit, and it's definitely just they're fixing it. The changes are simple. The barrel is redesigned to fix the accuracy issues. The spring, the recoil spring is changed to make the gun shoot hopefully as flat as they claimed it shot in the first place. And the backstrap is changed for what they're calling comfort and control. This is also likely to make the gun shoot better and handle better, sit in your hand differently. Their image points to the grip safety when they call out the backstrap. So either they changed shape of the grip safety or somehow someone screwed up on the graphic. Like the back strap's down lower? I don't know. Either way, I'm hopeful that they did, in fact, make the gun fulfill all the claims that they made on launch. Almost a year later. The MSRP is $1,300 still. SK Guns has another in the Conqueror series of custom 1911s this week. It's the Alexander the Great edition. This one starts off life as a Colt. It's chambered in 38 Super because how else is Colt gonna sell guns with dumb chamberings, right? And of course, because it's SK, the gun has been drenched in a beautiful set of gold inlays, high polished finish, and engraving that's sort of intricate and really nice looking. This one has an MSRP of $2,800. HK is in the news this week with the A4 series. This is new. These are fresh takes on the MR556 and 7.62, with the 556 getting two versions with a 16 or 11-inch barrel, while the 7.62 has a 16-incher. The biggest changes from the A1 variants are the new furniture. It appears to have a different handguard, grip, and stock, and most importantly, they're now sporting ambi controls, which is super nice. Like, that's really nice to have when you're trying to go fast. They claim that the barrels on these things saw no degradation in accuracy after firing 12,000 rounds, which is pretty crazy. That's a lot of wear and tear, and it should be pretty rad because the MSRP on these things is not cheap at all. The 5.56s are $4,000, and the 7.62 is $4,750. That's $500 more than the Scar. I really like HK guns, but these prices are insane unless they're shooting quarter MOA groups, and I doubt that. I just don't see how you could justify that much money. I mean, I suppose time will tell, but holy shit, that's a lot of money. Let's take a second to recover from those insane prices with the deal of the week. It's that time of year. It's the time when all the sales are coming out, and guys, I did not come to you with some nonsense. I didn't do that. This week's deal is from Wheeler Tools. They've seen how much you guys like their stuff, and I said, hey, we got to do something special. They're running Black Friday deals. They're pretty good, like 15, 20, maybe 25% off in some space. However, when you use my code TGCBF, you'll get an extra 15% off on just about everything on their website. Fat wrenches, their big screwdriver sets, the armorer's kit, you name it, tons of stuff. And that code is only good for a very limited time. It's like a week, maybe less than a week. So kick it into gear. Go get yourself something. Our link will be in the description. The code is TGCBF. We've got some more new guns this week for you. Beretta has released the new shotgun in the 680 series. It's the 688 Performance. This is a new over-under from them, and you can get it with either 30 or 32-inch barrels, both having extended chokes, and a trigger that's adjustable for reach, length of pull, whatever you want to call it. A new top lever that is supposed to make operating the gun easier, sort of unlock and tighten up nice and easy. And it also has an adjustable stock that allows for vertical and lateral cheek placement. And it's got a heavier steel receiver that keeps the balance sort of back towards the shooter and makes the gun nicer to swing. Essentially, this is their latest entry-level sporting clays gun, and it looks pretty neat to me. MSRP is $3,600, which for a Beretta over-under really isn't terrible unless you compare it to the imported Turkish stuff. That's always really cheap. I'm a sporting clays enjoyer, as it were, and even though I just bought a new over-under, it is a Beretta, not long ago, I feel like I really want to try this one out too. Also, if you can't hit a moving clay target with some level of consistency, you're a huge piece